Hi, and welcome to Link for Growth Soundbites. Today, you've got me, Carol Dodsley, as the host, and I have here with me to do their soundbite, Alex Murray, who is a district leader for Link for Growth. Hi, Alex, come and say hello.
Hi Carol, hi listeners, how are you today?
I'm absolutely fine. So, this is your soundbite, and just tell us a little bit about you, Alex.
Well, I'm 24. I joined Link for Growth about 8 months ago and haven't got involved after Chris put a tweet out about the What Market project, what is now known as the CXI project, and I hope to get onto that later. But I took out a year from studying to get some work experience and saw this as a good way of doing that, and not just work experience, but meeting people in Watford, in Southwest Hearts, I could then say to law firms that I'm part of Link for Growth. This is why you should hire me.
Cool. So it was quite sort of just a chance thing that you saw a tweet and you thought that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a tweet. It was retweeted by someone, and I thought, okay, I'll send him a message. I mean, he put a message out saying he's looking for all sixth formers and students. And at this stage, I had left uni, and I kind of went, okay, but I'll reply anyway, and thinking, oh, there'll be hundreds of people because this is a too good an opportunity to turn down. And about January, February time, we got talking. I was saying, did anyone else actually reply to you? And he was like, no. And I went, that's really good. But it's such a, why don't other people see the opportunity?
Yeah, I think they probably do, but maybe they didn't see the tweet. You know, sometimes people don't see things, but what was it specifically about Link for Growth that actually attracted you, other than you've already mentioned that it was about being able to meet other people in your local community, but what was sort of in your mind? What were you thinking when you replied to that tweet?
I really didn't have an idea. I mean, I had looked on the website, but it was very difficult to find much information back then. I kind of had spoken to Chris, and before I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. And then when I met him, I came out with this kind of, this is bizarre. He wants to change the world, and I went, this is impossible. But I didn't. It's a very step-by-step process. So one day I went to an event. It was, well, Deepa, who runs the Northwest London district. She had a 36-hour networking event, and I just threw myself in the deep end, went to coffee, started getting more involved. I found that the easiest way of doing it.
And what's, you know, because now you're actually a district leader. What is a district leader?
District leaders, for anyone who doesn't know, runs one of the 70 districts in the country. I mean, I'm in charge of the events. I host them as well at this stage. I'm hoping to grow my community team around me so who can take some of the workload as well. But the district leader looks to build influence within their district. So whether it's politicians, whether it's collaborations with other charities and groups that are doing similar work, and finding people who want to come. And my role is also about developing. So it's taking someone who comes to an event and taking them along the path that they're meant to go. So like my path was to go from a community, just a regular person in the community, to a district leader. So I'm going to hopefully try and encourage people to go along and develop themselves.
And what is it that you find, you know, that obviously you can tell when you're talking about that sort of fires your passion, so to speak. What do you find that is sort of the greatest thing about being part of Link for Growth and being a district leader? Because obviously not everybody that comes into Link for Growth is ever going to have a pathway to be a district leader. A lot of people will be members and people who attend. What do you think is so great about it?
I think for me, I've always wanted to work in an environment where I can help people, and it's that kind of, I can see real development, and it's not kind of just helping people, it's helping them, and I can see how they've changed over the last 2 months, and people come to me and go, I've got a problem, and it's that my role can help solve their problem. You can see that it's a way of helping them. That's what I think I'm attracted to.
Because I think you do some other things, don't you, where you're helping people as well?
Yeah, I'm training to be a solicitor. I can't call myself a solicitor yet. I will be a student again in a couple of months. But I work for the Royal Courts of Justice in their Citizens Advice Bureau as a legal assistant, and my role there is very much as a paralegal. And I have interviews with clients. I go through databases and find all the cases they need. I've got an appointment next week with a gentleman who I saw before a couple of weeks ago, and he wanted some case law on his legal issue, and I found it for him. He's coming back for a follow-up appointment, and from all the feedback I've had, he was very encouraged by the work I did.
Awesome. And I think that, that shows that for you, it is all about adding value and helping people, isn't it? And I know as well that you are involved or you're leading, I'm not quite sure, you tell me, Link for Growth Youth, or is it
Yeah.
Link for Youth?
L4G Youth, I'm kind of, if you think of Chris for L4G, I am the equivalent of L4G Youth. My role is very much developing that and the kind of the figurehead of it. And I've developed the ideas over the last 6 months, and we've really got some solid foundations now, 3 different areas where we can help young people aged between 16 to 25 get the future they want. And people my generation are going to be the future in 20 years' time, and we're going to be sitting here and going to network events, and we'll be in charge of the country, so we have to make these young people have the right values at a young age. And from people I'm speaking to, through my own experience, things could be done better, and I don't feel that education is done right in this country. Some of it's really good, but I think there needs to be a shift in focus away from tradition to maybe adapting it more.
That was really quite strong there, I don't think, which is really good. But I suppose the fact that you yourself are still a very young guy, do you think that really helps you to be able to lead on this?
Yeah, I think, without sounding arrogant, I am the only person that I think I can do this role, because I'm the only person that's so far in Link Pro that can relate to young people today. It's very well someone who's of Chris's generation, your generation, talking to the young people, but it seems like they may come over, you're talking down to them, and it made me seem like, oh, she's just like my mum, she's like my dad, she's a teacher. If someone younger says that, then it seems like it's a different message, because it comes from someone who's been there. I know that leaving uni is hard, because I left uni 2 years ago, and I'm in a situation that many young people are in, coming out of university going, there's my degree, you've given me the debt, you owe me a job, and that's not how it is these days.
And I think that is a really relevant point, because it is important that you have rapport with the people that you're actually adding the value for. And it doesn't mean that youths will not take notice of or cannot connect and collaborate with older people or younger people or the same age. But when you're leading something, you have to really understand it and be able to live it yourself. And like you said, you are in that age group, you have been there, you are doing those things, so you really understand how it feels as well, so you can bring that into everything that you actually create within the L4G Youth.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to get a message over. If you can connect with someone, it makes it easier to get the message over. So I think that's why I think I had to take this role on if it was going to succeed, because no one else could deliver the message effectively.
And how is L4G Youth really going to help those people that you're connecting with, the people you're bringing in and everything? How is it actually going to expand? What sort of things are you doing?
There's kind of 3 things we're doing at the moment. The first one is something called the CSI project. I don't know if anyone's seen this. What it is, the CSI project takes a couple of ideas we've already had and formalises them into a definitive name. CSI stands for Community Student Initiative, where students, as part of the college course, are given a live project such as a market stall or a charity and get to build the Google Plus page. But before that, they've got to research the business or the charity, find out who they are, what they do, take some pictures, write some copy, and on the back of that, they promote it. So not only do we solve the issue of the cloak invisibility and the buy local issue, we help students. And that way, students are given work experience that is relevant, and it begins to integrate them into the business community or into charities who they might want to help.
I think that is a really great thing that is happening there, because that really does, and it also links the students and the young people with the businesses that potentially one of those businesses could be the business that they're going to go and work for when they finish their courses.
Definitely, and I also see it as a way of, there's too easy, and marketing especially, it's too easy to go, I fancy a coffee, I'm going to go to coffee shop A or coffee shop B, or just the generic coffee shops that we all see on high street. If we slowly integrate them with the more independent ones that they may walk past because they haven't heard the name and can't be bothered to try it because their friends don't go there, but if they work there and know the people, they'd be more likely to try these little boutique coffee shops or try the try to market or start to talk about the charities with their families.
So really, it's not just helping youth, it's not just helping businesses, it really is that community building, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much, we kind of brought 2 or 3 projects together, the charities initiative, the Buy Local initiative, the LPG Youth initiative, and kind of brought it all together, and that's kind of one of the angles. Another one is youth events. Young people either want to go into business or want to run their own business, and if it's either that, they need to know how to talk to other business people. And it's very different, and if you can be taught badly, and if you get taught badly, it's very hard to break out the old way of talking and just giving a business card. If anyone who knows, I think growth isn't about just collecting business cards, it's about building relationships. And we're trying to teach young people to how to talk to businesses, how to really kind of talk to other people in a way that will make you memorable.
Awesome. I just think it's really it's just an amazing project that's going on, and community building, and the way of bringing young people into something much, much bigger.
Yeah, and it's about, we've got one event planned. We're working with Stanmore College down in, it's kind of northwest London, and they're very keen. And we will be hosting an event in September where local businesses and businesses I've introduced to them will be coming to the school. The students will be taught a couple of days before what to expect and what questions to ask. And there'll be kind of 3 students to 1 businessman or businesswoman, and they'll be going around asking questions. And they can learn. So they maybe it'll be general things. There'll be some electricians. There'll be this. There'll be that. There won't be, it's not career specific. But the idea is to kind of let them start talking to each other, and things develop from that. If things develop from that, there'll be some free time at the end for kind of, you can go back and talk to person X if you enjoy talking to them, or you can go away and just take some notes and take stock of what you learn.
Excellent. So how do you see the future for yourself and for Link for Growth and L4G Youth?
Really, for me, it's about solidifying myself into the community. I'm on the path of becoming a district leader. That is a great way of becoming the focal point of the community. And once Link for Growth grows, more people will become aware of my role in Link for Growth and who I am, and that will help with me going into a law firm, because I can say to them in 2 years' time that this is why you should hire me, because I can bring clients to them. And it's not meant to be a pretty selfish way. I'll be helping at the same time, but it's, for me, it's a way of showcasing my skills and saying you should hire me because I can bring you potential clients. Because everyone in Link for Growth is beginning to know who I am and know that I will do a good job because they've seen the work I've done. So it's a way for me to showcase to the business that I want to work for that this is why you need to hire me.
Cool. And how do you see your future in Link for Growth?
There much more ways to go, really. I mean, I've kind of taken quite a fast path. There's normally a kind of growth where you can begin to host an event, and then you become host 2 or 3 events. I've kind of taken a fast track, going from hosting 1 event every now and then when Chris couldn't make it, to a stage where I'm running the district, and I want to grow it. I want to grow Watford and South West Herts to rival some of the communities that are already quite established, and I want it to be the booming one. I want to be innovative. I want to showcase new things, have new events that other people don't do. We've got TV at the moment. I want to have youth TV. I want to have question time. I want South West Herts to be kind of coming up with all the ideas that every other community kind of goes, oh, we could do that, but we kind of learned from South West Herts.
Awesome. That is really, I could really hear in your voice there that it's like, this is what I want to do and this is what I'm going to do. And I think that's really great. So is there anything else that you want to share or leave people with, or any thoughts maybe for the L4G youths?
I just want people, everyone in Growth has children or knows of children that may not really benefit, but come introduce me to them. I mean, if I can't help them, okay, but we all know young people that need help, and if you know young people, get them to send me details. I'll introduce them to things, and if it's a matter of just me introducing to things, if they want to maybe start doing some events there, I'll tell you how to go about it, who to kind of contact. I'll introduce them to district leaders who can work with you. It's about, I want people to come to me and say, how can I get involved? And it's about kind of pushing the L4GU forward. We will be changing the way we teach young people, and we're giving them skills that they can't get in school because they're not taught this way. So it's about the more we do for the young people, the more they will be able to do in the future, because we are the future of this country.
Awesome. Okay, so that's the end of our soundbite. Thank you so much, Alex. I think you've shared some real passion there and really given people an insight not only into Link for Growth and L4G Youth, but into you and who you are as a person as well.
Well, thanks for the opportunity, and I really hope I can see this as a turning point for both Southwest Arts and L4GU.
Awesome. So that's the end of this today's soundbite. If you are a member of Link for Growth, then you can have a soundbite too. You can spend time with me and sharing what is important to you, getting your voice out there, raising your visibility. So do get in touch if you would like a soundbite. And if you are not yet a member of Link for Growth, come and join us.